Good blessed Monday morning, September the 14th, 2020. 2020, time for change, time for a new vision, time for new leaders, time for people to wake up, especially black people nationwide. The time being about 10:10 a.m. I'm over here with the geese in one of my favorite spots. You could see the white van that had a big, large dog that was running loose by where the geese was. And the geese got to splitting up. The two heads had it split up over here. One thing about the geese, they will protect themselves. Some of them almost waist high, as far as to my waist. You see how they in harmony? You see how they surrounding the place here? They feel more safer over here with me than the man that's in the van and have the dog. You see, geese, birds, fowls of the air, and other animals, they have sense, and they use it. They know I'm no danger to them. The black community should have leaders that they won't be afraid to go to. Some of the things that's been happening in the black communities, when I say the black communities, I'm not talking about all, but in a lot of the black communities, some of the things that's been happening, people seem to consider them as norms now. You know, they see it to be normal in Chicago, Illinois, just about every weekend. Just past weekend, Labor Day weekend, 54, not Labor Day, just this past weekend. I think it was 60-something people got shot during Labor Day. But this past weekend here in Chicago, Illinois, 54 shot, 11 fatally, 11 killed. Then they have the new superintendent of police. He live right now in Chicago with a news briefing. They do it all the time. He said the murders and the crimes is down in Chicago. But if that's the case, where at? If you having 50 and 60 shootings in the black communities just about every week, you having 10 and 12 people killed just about every week, and 9 out of 10 times they black or Spanish. How is crime going down? You see, I'm going to tell you something. I give it to this brother that made a video on 91st and Ellis Street. I spoke about it, where the postal worker, the 23-year-old postal worker, was just shot 3 or 4 times on delivering mail on 91st and Ellis. Wasn't even her normal route. Grand Crossing was her normal route. But she was shot and severely injured. It's a brother on that corner. He said he's a former school teacher. And he's a part of a college group of individuals that he said it's time for them. You can see it's a power struggle over there. It's time for them and all the other leaders, black leaders, to come together. It's something wrong in the black community. It's a war going on. Them young blacks is killing up each other. You see, and then you got groups out there that's perpetrating, having these young blacks to loot, having these young blacks going out here killing police. I don't encourage nobody to go out there killing police. But some of the police out here is making black people real angry, especially when you see them out here killing blacks and you saying nothing. You see blacks killing blacks and you saying nothing. But when the police get shot, you want everybody in the community to come together and help you find that killer. Well, let me tell you something. The black community wants y'all police to do the same thing. When your police, you see them got a knee on somebody's neck, choking them to death, 6, 7, 8, 9 minutes, shooting them in the back 4 times and ain't a weapon in their hand, when they can use a taser or a billy club, y'all don't come together. Y'all don't care. You stay silent. You see, here in Charleston, Missouri, on June the 9th, 2020, I was down there, y'all, at this place called Boomland. I bring it up for a reason. And I was physically assaulted for no reason at all. Didn't even fight back. But I was beaten. Got pictures to show it. Went to the emergency room. Went to my doctor the next day. The 2 police, black sergeant and a white female, and had encounters with both of them here in Charleston, Missouri, a few times. The black sergeant came in my house on May the 19th, a little bit after midnight, 2008, held me at gunpoint, took my 2 little children, 1 and 2 years old, took them and gave them to their mother, knowing their mother wasn't fit to take care of them, just to try to harm me. They let them get out of the city and the state, out of Charleston, Missouri, Mississippi County, to Chicago, Illinois, Cook County, 70 days and 70 nights. Found my daughters back. They was just turned 2 and 3 years old. The 2-year-old arm had been broken out in the streets for over 2 weeks. You think that black sergeant or his chief and commander, Robert Bobby Hearns, white man, do you think they cared? No. Do you think anybody made a police report? No. That same white police that responded when I got jumped on, it was February the 6th, 2012. She questioned my then 5-year-old daughter without my permission or without my presence, without my knowledge, trying to force her to say something different than what she told me on February the 1st, 2012, about a white bus driver doing something to her, abusing her on the bus by herself, and they didn't do nothing. These 2 that I just mentioned, now let me tell you about them on June the 9th, 2020. They didn't even come out to the place where I got assaulted at. 2 witnesses I gave them to, they never talked to the witnesses. They stopped the individual that assaulted me, let him go home, then told him to come back down to the police station. Then let him out on a summons, and it never went to court. But they told, the people in there, they told me that this sergeant and this white police officer, they was laughing about what happened to me. But you know what? They was looking for me to murder somebody. I was looking to murder somebody too, but God said different. God said he gonna handle it. Even though they didn't prosecute, God gonna handle it. Even though they was sitting there laughing, God gonna handle it. See, people like them is getting innocent police that's out there getting killed now. It's because of individuals like this white chief of police down here in Charleston, Missouri, Robert Hearn, and this black sergeant, the only black that's on the police force, and this white female who's the school resource for the Charleston R1 racist school district here in Charleston, Missouri. It's people like them getting innocent police and sheriffs killed. People is getting sick and tired. But you young people, I'm going to encourage you. You ain't got to go out there and kill them. God going to take care of them. If he don't take care of them, he going to bring something close to their family. And they ain't going to see it to be funny. You see, my daughters cried when they seen me come home with my face and nose bleeding from being assaulted by somebody that the police didn't do nothing about. That hurt my two daughters, but I calmed them down. I told them, don't worry about it. Everybody in Charleston, Missouri, Mississippi County, law enforcement and everybody else, criminals that work together with them, all of them, God been dealing with them one at a time, and he ain't through with them. Black folks nationwide, y'all stop supporting these basketball and football games. These millionaires, y'all, these black millionaires. When one of them black millionaires get killed, guess what? You get to killing up a bunch of black millionaires, they gonna stick together. Folks, black folks, y'all need to start sticking together. Spanish folks, y'all need to start sticking together. Y'all stop going to these marches when they call Million Man and Million Women marches to Washington, D.C. and come back and ain't doing a doggone thing in the communities. It's all about money and attention, y'all. Black folks, stop letting these black lawyers like Benjamin Crump and so-called civil rights leaders like Jesse Jackson and Al Sharpton and any of these other people running to y'all when the second before your kids get killed, before they even in the morgue, they trying to get on the news. All they want is money, y'all. They don't give a doggone of what's happening in the black community. Just like they don't down here in Charleston, Missouri, they have all these doggone events. They have all these meetings. I've been to 2 meetings down here, me and my daughters. One of them at City Hall, me and my 2 daughters was the only 3 blacks there besides the 1 black city councilman. And they ain't talking about nothing about better in the black community. Went to 1 black meeting with me and my 2 daughters with a bunch of preachers, criminals, and people that got these organizations, NAACP. When we get there, they asked my 15-year-old daughter to take notes. That go to show you what they think about the community. What you gonna ask my 15-year-old daughter to take notes for when y'all called the meeting? We didn't call the meeting. And then after the meeting, I ain't seen nothing change in Charleston, Missouri. 2 days ago, three days ago, 2 days in a row, shooting in the black community. And the KFES 12 local racist news media ain't even have it on the news. You know why? Because Robert Bobby Hearns, the chief of police, didn't report it. Y'all stop letting these people, and if it does shoe fit, wear it. All of them ain't, it ain't all of them, but most of these Black Lives Matter leaders, I'm seeing them, 2 police get killed, then they at the police, at the hospital, saying good for the pigs. If you feel that way, that's all cool. But don't ask us to support y'all when you up there starting a lot of rhetoric at the hospital. And the police get to telling you to go back and you on your live talking about, look what they doing. They harassing us. They ain't harassing y'all. They should take them clubs and hit you upside your head because you's a bad influence to the black community. It's other ways of doing that. If you don't like the police, that's understandable. I don't trust none of them down here in Charleston, Missouri, Mississippi County. Sheriff Department or the police department. Because they done showed me they work hand in hand with the criminals. They ain't concerned about solving no black on black murders or assaults? How could you have an individual police chief that don't even have an investigator that specializes in murders? Don't even have an investigator that specializes in burglaries, assaults, and rapes. You can't have no investigator that do it all. You got to go to school to do that. But long as you got these same black Negroes in control, they don't care about nothing. They don't care about your children's getting killed. They don't care about your children's getting raped. All they care about is attention and money, y'all. Y'all wake up, black folks. It's a new day. Peace be still.